taxpayers. In addition, the fact that space is now seen as a type of travel destination began to create a new resource for space studies. Reusable rockets, on the other hand, have greatly reduced costs. If we are to sum up, the moon mission, which is the first stop in interstellar travel, now seems much easier than before. As the countdown to the space race continues, we will begin to see multiple spacecraft heading to the moon over the next few years. So why is the moon mission so important to humans? Can the moon be a new habitat for us? And what will we do when we get there again? Many countries, also NASA, the European Space Agency, and China, want to send their astronauts to the moon in the next 10 years. The ultimate goal is to establish a base where astronauts can live and work. Thus, an outpost will have been created for trips to Mars first and then to the interstellar system. Because the water source, which is thought to be located at the south pole of the moon, is an invaluable resource for astronauts. Although it does not seem possible for the moon to be made into a new living space and a new home for humans for now, it can turn into a safe harbor for short trips. The second goal is, of course, to find a solution to the resource crisis for space travel. Increasing population, decreasing energy resources, and wars on Earth deepen this crisis. With the entire world in the midst of an energy crisis, it is hoped that some of the elements found on the moon could be used both as an industrial resource and a type of fuel. Minerals such as helium-3, titanium, platinum, iron, nickel, and gold in the moon are very important. Helium-3 gas is extremely rare on Earth, but is abundant on the moon. This gas can be used in advanced nuclear fusion reactors as well as in the health sector. The question of whether we are alone in the universe has not yet been answered. One of humanity's greatest goals is undoubtedly to communicate with civilizations in different galaxies. Radio telescopes are planned to be built on the far side of the moon that will enhance people's knowledge of the cosmos. It is thought that the rays found in this region will allow us to study farther regions of space. Of course, another one of the goals of the lunar missions is to make the moon a tourist center. Those engaged in deeper space exploration want the moon to be a tourist location in the next decades. In fact, some space companies have already started receiving bookings as part of their commercial activities. You might have seen some people selling moon soil on the internet. However, according to the United Nations agreement, no person, institution, or state can claim rights on the moon. The news from the moon will now determine how long this UN agreement will remain valid. Dear friends, today we talked about the resumption of the race for the moon, the first stop of any interstellar journey. We hope to be with you in our new episode next week on the Voice of Turkey Radio. Until then, goodbye. New day, new choices. Did you know that?
Did you know that the Temple of Artemis, one of the 7 wonders of the world, is located in the ancient city of Ephesus in Turkey? The city of Ephesus, located within the borders of the Selçuk district of Izmir province of Turkey, is one of the first known human settlements in the world. The ancient city of Ephesus, of which history dates back to 8000 BC, has hosted many different civilizations throughout history thanks to its location on important trade routes. The city, which has witnessed different civilizations such as the Hellenistic period, the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, and the Ottoman Empire, has maintained its position as an uninterrupted human settlement, political and commercial center throughout the ages. And the Temple of Artemis, which is among the greatest temples of the history, with its magnificent design and is one of the seven wonders of the world, is one of the symbols of the ancient city of Ephesus, located in western Turkey. The construction of temple was completed in 550 BC, but it was badly damaged in a fire that broke out in the 400s AD, and today only marble columns remain from the temple. For 125 years, there have been archaeological excavations in Ephesus, an ancient city visited by an average of 1.5 million people a year. The ancient city of Ephesus, which has not yet been fully unearthed and continues to add new dimensions to Anatolian archaeology, has been on the UNESCO World Heritage List since 2000.
You have been listening to the Voice of Turkey's English language transmission broadcasting from Ankara in the 49-meter band between 1830 and 1930 UTC on 5945 kHz to Europe, between 2030 and 2130 UTC in the 31-meter band on 9875 kHz to South Asia and Australia, between 2200 and 2300 UTC in the 31-meter band and on 9830 kHz to Europe, Eastern USA and Canada, and in the 25-meter band on 11660 kHz between 1630 and 1730 UTC to Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. The Voice of Turkey is also beamed between 0300 and 0400 UTC in the 41-meter band and on 7275 kHz to Europe, the USA, Eastern Canada and Cuba, between 0300 and 0400 UTC in the 49-meter band on 6165 kHz to Iraq, Syria, Iran and the Arabian Peninsula. You can listen to us over the Turksat 3A and 4A satellites and on the internet at www.trt.net.tr through the Voice of Turkey link. Please note that transmissions broadcast between 2200 and 2300 UTC and between 0300 and 0400 UTC have been pre-recorded. For now though, thank you for listening to the Voice of Turkey and goodbye.